Welcome to Isla Movement, where mindful movement meets healing. For today's class, we won't need any material. This is a class dedicated for those that need to improve setting boundaries. So we're going to use our gesture, the postures of our body, to create a language that helps us set better boundaries, like saying no, like saying stop. And we're going to work with the body to improve that inner language, that inner messages that we need to actually be very assertive and very certain that we can place good boundaries and healthy boundaries in our lives. We're going to start standing in our mat, and we're going to set an intention for today's practice related to this matter. Feel your body breathing. Your hands over the chest, feeling how the chest is breathing with our hands. Start being more conscious, more mindful of how you're breathing today with no judgment. Just allow your torso to move back and forth, up and down, with very relaxing breaths. Our intention for today's practice that it's going to help us, to guide us through this maybe challenging session. It's going to be about what you're not willing to do, what you're not willing to be anymore. What you're not willing to do or willing to be anymore. Take a long, deep inhalation and a long, deep exhalation. Now we're going to relax our body, and we're just going to start circling the body to prepare our body to start moving a bit. So your hands on your knees, bend your knee. And we're just going to do the cat and cow into a flow that it's good for you. Maybe you are going faster or slower than I am moving. So coccyx out and up, and then coccyx in and forward. And then start feeling that you can start circling the body into the cat, rounding the spine, and then into the cow, extending or arching the spine, but in a circular way. Now switch sides. Inhale as you extend, exhale as you round. One more round. And exhale. Inhale, come back to standing. Have your feet close to each other. Inhale, come to reaching with your hands up, and your right hand's going to fall down to the side, feeling that the left hand is reaching up. Maybe you want to gaze up, and then switch. Inhale, both hands reaching up, and then exhale, switching sides. Just preparing the body for what we're going to do next. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right side. So just reach for your opposite thigh. Inhale, come back to center. Straight legs, bend your knees again. Reach for opposite thighs. And let's do it again, just swiping your arms. Inhale, straightening legs, center and up. Exhale, bending your knees, twisting. The hand that goes to the back, maybe you want to place it on your sacrum. Very easy movements. Inhale, up, and exhale to the other side. Very good. Inhale, center, interlacing the fingers and reaching up and up and up into this last movement of your spine to prepare you. Maybe you want to wiggle a little bit to the sides. And exhale. Now we're going to just round our shoulders, move the shoulders in a circle. Again, take your pace, whatever pace and range feels safe for you. Go ahead and move your arms. So we're going to start setting our self-body boundaries first. Now you're going to just create a fist on your hands, and we're going to bend our elbows and feeling that we can contract our muscles as much as possible. So the first boundary that we're working today is our own body boundary. Feeling the muscles, feeling the skin being the first thing that set us apart from the others, from the environment. And exhale, relaxing the hands. Just feel on your muscles, on your skin, the process that it takes to relax. And let's do it one more time. Contract your hands, creating a fist, bending the elbows, and focusing on contracting the muscles of your shoulders, of your arms first, creating this self-feeling that internally we do have a boundary, and we can reestablish that boundary using our muscles. And exhale. Now we're going to do the chair pose. Stay where you are. Maybe if you need to look to a side or point your body to the side, bending your knees, sitting low our hips. And now tuck your coccyx in. We want to contract the abdominal muscles here for the same principle that we're working on, feeling an internal sensation that we do have a boundary with our body. Feel that on your muscles, on your abdominal area, and exhale. Relax. Long deep breath in. Recover your breath, recover the energy, and let's do it one more time. Sit low, coccyx in, reach up and forward with your hands. Open your fingers wide, sit low and coccyx in, contracting the abdominal area, contracting the thighs, feeling that we have a boundary, that we do feel some separation from the environment around. That is the first boundary that we're working. Where else could you feel this muscle getting engaged? This is skin talking to you, telling you that effectively you are a container. And let's do it one last time. Inhale, a container of experiences, of emotions. Coccyx in, abdominal area, navel to the spine, suck it in. Reach up and forward with your hands. Where am I feeling the muscles getting contracted? That is where it is setting us apart from the circumstances. It is a container where I can feel my own experience and I can take my own decisions without the environment drag me to those circumstances. Now stand firmly into the ground and let's use the whole body. If you want, separate your feet width apart, interlace your fingers, and inhale, come all the way up. Come to your tiptoes, lift your heels, contract your thighs, your glutes, your core belt, shoulders, opening the shoulders, hands draws backwards, and exhale, come back to relaxing. Again, catch up your breath. Feeling that the body, again, we can feel it as a firm container. And let's do it one more time. So inhale, interlace fingers, come to your tiptoes, engage glutes, thighs, core belt, shoulders. Your hands are drawing backwards as we feel as much as we can, the whole body being contracted. And exhale, come back down again, heels down. We can put our hands in the center, belly and chest, and feel that we are improving our strength, our empowerment for this first boundaries. Now, we're going to go into the first lunge. So we can turn to the right side, and let's start with the right foot forward. And just go to the lunge. Left foot drops backwards, slides backward as much as you can. Focus on feeling steady. Now with the right hand, with this gesture, with this mudra, we're going to place that mudra to the front, and the left hand can come to the hip, or creating a fist, knuckles showing, facing up, and just that fist beside your waist. Again, in here, you're going to repeat with your inner voice, or maybe out loud, you're going to say no. Now you're going to move back and forth. Careful there with your balance. Do it slowly. Back and forth. Feeling that you're able to set space and to create a wider space between that overwhelming circumstance, challenging circumstance that you are no longer wanting to participate on. Very good. Hands on your hips, and with little steps, let's switch sides. Same thing. Now right leg comes to the back, coccyx in. First, gain some steadiness. Good. Now with the left hand, this gesture, fingers together, pointing forward, palm facing forward. You can either have the other hand on the hip, or creating a fist, knuckles facing up beside your waist. Staying here, feeling the strength all around your muscles. Feeling your muscles is a very good sensation, again, to create the own self-body boundary. Now we're going to moving carefully back and forth. And you're going to repeat again the word no. Facing forward, being okay with maybe some shame, some guilt, but being very true and certain that you want to no longer be or do that anymore. Exhale, hands to the hips, and slowly your way forward. Very good. Then let's go to turn to the other side. Same thing, we're going to do a lunge. Right foot forward first, and slowly slide. So you don't have to do a very wide lunge. It can be a distance that allows you to do this exercise. Very good. And now you're going to do the same gesture with your hands, but crossing your arms. Right arm forward and the left forearm backwards. And now you're going to have your face up, relaxing your face, and you're going to say stop. Now you're going to do the same thing. Lean your torso forward, backwards, gently, forward, backwards. Being able to recognize that you can create space between that situation that you no longer want to participate on, like a relationship, like a project, or like just a place. Very good. Now again, you want to say stop. Very good. Now your hands are going to come down. Use your fingertips slowly, and the back foot forward. We're going to rest here for a little bit. Your hands are just dangling down. Catch your breath, start coming, rounding your spine, coming all the way up, round your spine. No rush, feel the strength on your thighs. Sometimes we need a lot of power and strength to say no, to say stop. And the gestures can help us in first create that language with our body. Right leg backwards, lounge, comfortable lounge, steady. And let's again create this gesture with our body. Right hand back, left hand on the front, crossing the forearms, and first feeling everything centered, that you can have the shoulders over the hips. Now, again, moving back and forth. Back and forth. Facing to the front. Being certain, be true, that your body can speak that language of stop. You can say stop. Feel the strength, the contraction of your muscles, your glutes. Use that strength to again say no. Hands down, use your fingertips on the floor and step the right foot with some steps or one step forward, and again dangling down. If you need to start standing right away, go ahead, wherever it feels safe for you. And we're going to take a little break in noticing, hands to the center please, noticing when did you feel that your boundaries were getting assertive and stronger with that past exercise? Was that on the movement back and forth, when you did the gesture on the arms? But when did you feel that your body gave you that language, that cue, that tool, that your boundaries were getting more assertive, stronger, excuse me. Inhale deeply and exhale. Now we're going to have our hands up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. You can bend your knees, however it feels comfortable. Again, choose the right postures for you. And we're going to go into the child pose. So knees down. Place your hips and sit your hips over the heels. And we're just going to rest our arms beside the ankles. The forehead on the floor. If you need maybe a pillow underneath the forehead, you can go ahead and do this. If this is a posture that feels triggering, you can sit down on a chair and place your elbows over your thighs and rest your head on your hands. So in here, we're just going to visualize how we can create a shell, like a cocoon, where we can come in, feel safety, feel protected, and we can allow ourselves to be vulnerable here. This is a good place of intimacy and privacy where we can feel vulnerable. And that's why we're saying no, because we look after our health, our body. And we can recognize that when we get many things, when we go into many projects, it's okay to say no and to retreat. So allow yourself to exhale fully and relax. As you can get in touch with that vulnerable part of yourself that is saying, I need self-care and I need to retreat from challenging situations or dangerous situations. You can have now your hands forward, holding your head, your chin, with your hands facing your mat in front of you, like your path in front of you, and feeling fine that you're still, that you can observe and not participating, not getting involved. And that was a good decision to take. Notice what happens when you give yourself that pause. And now ask yourself, what do I need to feel safe in case you don't feel safe in this posture? Long deep breath in, long deep breath out. Very good. We're going to continue to standing poses. So again, take your time to stand up. One foot forward, use your fingertips, the other as well. Maybe you want to climb with your hands, your legs, give yourself a little stretch here, bend your knees and come up. Very good. Let's come back to the center. And again, we're going to start with the right side. Now we're opening the legs and the right foot is going to face forward. This is a classic warrior two. The left foot is going to face to the center of your room. And we're going to do, again, the same gesture. Palms together, fingers together, and you're going to face towards the right side. Your hands are open to each side. And now in here, you're going to feel deep breaths, don't forget your breath, that you can create that space. And maybe you want to straighten your hands and be like, this is the space that I need to create, to set aside, to recognize me a part of those challenging circumstances and that I can retreat. Or maybe you need to bend your elbows and be like, okay, maybe I don't need that much of a wide expression, but maybe something that in here feels better. Very good. Feel the strength again on your legs. And again, what do I need to feel safer where I am, to feel more comfortable? Do I need more space? And then straighten your arms. Do I need less space? Bend your elbows. Do I need more space? Maybe you want to straighten your right leg. It's okay. Feel the expression that you're doing with your arms. Or do I need less space to feel safer, more comfortable in my personal space? Very good. Place your hands on your hips and let's switch sides. So the right foot in and the left foot is pointing to now the knee front. Try to have your chest pointing to the center of your room. Bend your left knee. Allow your body to feel that openness, that flexibility. And we're going to do the same work. We're going to measure, how is my personal space feeling? Do I need more space? Straighten your arms to feel safer and comfortable where I am. Maybe bend your knee a bit more. Now straighten your left knee Do I need less space to feel safer and more comfortable with my personal space? Again, create more space, feeling that you do have that space to decide. Or create less space, straight your leg, bend your elbows. And maybe this is the place where you feel more comfortable in terms of boundaries with your personal space. We're going to do one last posture here. So just go ahead and feel what would be the gesture, the expression on your body, the language that your body is communicating to yourself, to the environment, to your relationships, about personal space, about boundaries. Space up and being fine, safe with that decision that you're making with your posture. Very good. Hands on the hips, and let's start closing our feet together. Again, we're going to go and sit down to the floor. So maybe you want to circle your hands. Go ahead. Maybe you can go ahead and right away sit down after those warrior postures, taking a little time here to stretch the legs, the lower back. Take time and follow the cues of your body and sit down into just a normal seated posture. So it can be on a chair as well. Now that you're comfortable seated, we're going to wrap up this class with this gesture again, with this mudra. That mudra means actually that gesture. So you're going to place your right hand by your chest. I'm going to do a mirror kind of perspective. And then your left hand, we're going to do the same gesture that we've been using the whole class. But this time you're placing your hands beside your shoulders. You can gaze down or close your eyes. So this gesture, it's about protection from negative people, from negative environments. Feel with your arms how you're breathing very relaxed, how your chest moves. And it's okay if you have an abdominal breath. Feel that this gesture about protection, again, with your arms, protecting your chest, your heart, with your fingers pointing on up in a way that you're certain that your decisions are taken with careful. Now with this gesture again, feel strength, feel courage, feel being respected, especially by yourself, by your intuition. Feel that you can set healthy boundaries, healthy decisions, saying no. Allow your breath to naturally move. Closing again your eyes with an inner sight, an inner vision. That your body is creating a language about what you're not willing to do, what you're not willing to be anymore. Thank you very much for joining today, and I'll see you next time. I really hope this class was helpful for you. And take care.